Top 7 Essay Topics about Inflation. Analysis of unemployment and inflation in the United States. This topic should provide an in-depth examination of the interplay between unemployment and inflation within the context of the United States economy. We offer to analyze macroeconomic indicators and policy responses to understand the complex relationship between these two key economic variables. Likewise, you can highlight theories such as the Phillips curve and the natural unemployment rate. The current impact of inflation and unemployment on Germany's economic system. Assess the current impact of inflation and unemployment on Germany's economic landscape. We encourage you to consider factors such as labor market dynamics, monetary policy, and global economic trends. Moreover, you can reveal how fluctuations in inflation and unemployment rates influence consumer confidence. Provide case studies to evaluate the effectiveness of Germany's strategies for managing these macroeconomic issues and sustaining economic stability. Inflation in the United Kingdom. This paper should focus on the phenomenon of inflation within the United Kingdom. Highlight its causes, consequences, and implications for the country's economy or society. Also, you can address factors contributing to inflationary pressures, such as changes in supply-side shocks and monetary policy decisions. Include historical trends and statistical data to assess the trajectory of inflation in the UK and its impact on purchasing power or living standards. Economics and the Great Inflation in Japan. Dive into the economic implications of the Great Inflation in Japan. We propose to research its consequences and lessons learned for economic policy. What is the role of factors such as monetary policy or external shocks in fueling inflationary pressures during this period? Try to analyze relevant studies to elucidate the macroeconomic dynamics at play and explore the strategies implemented to combat inflation and restore economic stability. Inflation tax, printing more money to cover the war expenses. Here, you should investigate the concept of inflation tax. We advise focusing on historical instances where governments resorted to printing more money to finance war expenses. Also, you can assess the economic consequences of this approach. You can include inflationary pressures, currency devaluation, and distributional effects on society. Additionally, you might discuss alternative strategies for financing government expenditures during times of conflict. Dollarization as the main tool to reduce inflation. In this essay, you can evaluate the concept of dollarization as a strategy to reduce inflation in countries facing hyperinflation or currency instability. We encourage you to highlight the benefits and drawbacks of adopting a foreign currency. Include case studies to assess the effectiveness of this approach in stabilizing prices, restoring confidence, and promoting economic growth. Moreover, you might show challenges associated with dollarization. Inflation causes, structuralism and monetarism. Compare and contrast two prominent theories of inflation causation, structuralism and monetarism. You may reveal each theoretical framework's underlying assumptions, core principles, or policy implications. Try to illustrate how these theories have been applied in different economic contexts and their effectiveness in explaining inflationary dynamics. In addition, you can discuss contemporary debates and advancements in understanding the complex factors driving inflation.